Buddy, checking in from the seat of my side-by-side here. It's a pretty nice one. It's John Deere Gator. Heck yeah. Look at them clouds. That's the stuff. That's the stuff we're looking for right now. Rain clouds, snow's piling up. Saw 23 new inches over by halfway. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Good evening. It's Snow Derby. Hey, we've been talking a lot about parts that go on the sled, but what about the gear that goes on our body? We got to keep our fingers and toes warm. We don't want to look like Mr. Deeds and have a black foot. This is pretty important stuff. So let's get into it. First off, let's talk about the base layer that I typically wear. First thing I'm going to put on after my underwear is going to be a pair of jogging pants like this. I don't buy the 509 or Climb specific jogging pants. I just go buy some jogging pants that have a cuffed bottom on them, that are tight fitting. Usually I like the ones that have the pockets with zippers on them so that your wallet doesn't fall out when you're walking around town. And that's what I prefer to wear for that. I can wear long johns underneath that as well if it's going to be a really cold day. Usually if it's below 20 degrees out, I will also put a pair of long johns underneath that, and that's pretty much it for that base layer. And then on top, I'm going to just be wearing a regular long sleeve shirt. And again, I can stack a fleece on top of that if we need more layering. Climb Ripsaw onesie. Love the mono suits. These things are great. When you're a big ballast boy like me, shout out to the ballast boys, Hoonigan. Sometimes your belly sticks out a little bit, and somehow snow gets up underneath your coat and through your bibs that are going up your waist or up your belly a ways, and you still get snow on your stomach. I don't know how it happens, but it does. So I've gone to a monosuit, and that has stopped that problem altogether. I'm super warm in this thing. Good climate control, we'll call it, with the venting on this suit. I get hot and sweaty and steamy, and we just open the vents up and cool her down. This does have these suspenders, so you can shed the arms off while you're hanging out, cooling down, pulling the sled out. Nice little feature to have there so that the suit kind of hangs on to you while you have the arms off. I'm running my beacon always in my suit. I always just keep it plugged in here. I know everybody typically puts it on the harness, but this is where I run my beacon, and this is also where I'm hooking on my desk cord, so very important. And of course, these integrate well with the Climb boots, which we'll move on to next. So these are the Climb BOA boots. Don't remember the exact model. Let's see here. Adrenaline GTX. Really good boots, super comfortable. One of the things that I was worried about at first with this boot was not having a liner. See, no removable liner, but very soft fleece material, good insulation. Boot dries out well. I've never had a problem with them getting stinky or anything like that. Excellent traction, but to a fault. They are a little bit soft on the sole. My running boards have torn the crap out of the bottom and toe of this, and we've worn into the insulation and bottom sole layer of the boot. Kind of a bummer. Maybe we'll spray some Flex Seal on it. I've heard that's real good stuff, so we might try some Flex Seal on the bottom of the boot. Go from there. So next, gloves. This is the 4 pairs of gloves I bring with me every single time. 2 thin pair, 2 thick insulated pair. I'm usually starting out, unless it's real cold, but most days I'm going to start out in these Gore-Tex thin gloves here. They're plenty warm, they're plenty windproof, they're Gore-Tex, so your hands stay dry. I can get usually half a day out of these gloves most of the time. If it is cold out, I'm probably going to put these insulated gloves on instead. Or if maybe I have a long ride out to the riding zone, we might wear the insulated gloves out first. really it's not that important, the insulated or non-insulated. I don't really notice that much when I'm riding. My fingers are usually warm because my grip heaters work pretty good, so you know, I don't need the insulation that bad during the day when I'm keeping warm. But I do have the big Gauntlet Gore-Tex gloves for the ride home. I'm always throwing those things on, getting home in those, gonna keep the hands warm, and rotating the gloves throughout the day. When a pair of gloves gets wet, I put them in the bottom of the glove box on the Gen 4 Ski-Doo, and I go on to the next pair, always keeping the wet gloves at the bottom. And all 4 of these gloves will fit inside this glove box. Like I said, I haven't had any problem losing them. They stay warm from the engine heat. That is a really good deal, and I like that. Next, going to the avalanche pack. I like a pretty minimal pack. This is a float 15. That's on the smaller side for avalanche packs. I want to keep it light, trim. I don't want tree branches catching on to anything, so let's just keep it small. And what we have in here, number 1 favorite, the pocket saw. These things are awesome. Chainsaw blade on handles. You can cut through a pretty large tree with one of these pretty quickly. It's my favorite saw, my go-to saw these days. It's the first one I'm pulling out of my pack. Got a lighter in case we need to make a fire. Cutting down trees, you know, we need to make a fire, keep us warm. I've seen in some of the other videos that people have put like a siphon, like Chris Brandt puts a siphon in his, I think I said his name right, I don't even know. Puts a siphon in his pack. You don't need to do that. Just, so, this is pretty flickable here, pretty flickable sled. You just tip it on its side and you can pour fuel right out that cap into maybe one of your water bottles that you carry up here in your pack. You can dump one out, pour fuel into it. I don't really see the need to pack the weight of a siphon. Pro tip for you. We always have our shovel handle with the saw built in. Saw blade. The shovel's a big time safety item, avalanche safety item, just personal safety item for getting unstuck. So that always stays on my back. I just carry the one. I think that's all you need to keep it close by. Next, we have the radio. Again, safety, avalanche safety. You can talk to your buddies if there's something going on or if you see something. It's great for keeping the group together. Just a really fun item. Really enjoyed having the radios, being able to talk back and forth with the buddies a little bit. You know, make fun of them if they're stuck or hear about it if you're stuck. Got the battery on the inside. I leave this very empty. I keep the probe. Of course, I have my avalanche probe. Goes in here, and I keep my lunch in here. Some spare snacks, as well as 6 beers at the cabin. Love them cabin beers. So here's the helmet bag. No, helmet's not inside of it. 509 back order. Helmet's not inside of it, so it'll be here soon. We're running the Altitude 2.0 carbon helmet. Don't even think I needed to buy the carbon after I realized read the weight difference of 50 grams or something like that. I probably just should have bought the regular one, but we didn't. And yeah, so I am running the 509 Aviator 2.0 goggles. I chose the Aviator 2.0s because I liked the magnetic lens release. I think that is a really nice thing to have. I had the revolvers before, so I've been just changing lenses instead of changing goggles for a little while. I like that because that is just, you don't have to carry an extra goggle frame. You're just carrying the lenses, keeps you lighter, a little bit better. I typically have 3 lenses. The lens that is in my goggles, in my helmet, and then 2 spare lenses. This is yellow, polarized, my favorite color. Best working all-around goggle that I use. Very, very nice. Works fantastic. Next is this mirror finish. HCS 509's new anti-fog film system that is put on these lenses to keep them from fogging up. It's also a flow lens too, so I'm pretty excited about this. Doesn't really change the color a lot. It just puts that mirror on the front of it. and keeps the glare out a little bit, and also just changes the brightness and depth that you can see in the snow. Both of these really do that. The third one that I would normally have sitting here is a clear. It will be here at the end of the week. Yeah, just a straight up clear. I would have got the photochromatic blue to clear, but it was a $90 lens, so I just chose to go with the standard clear for now. A nice soft balaclava to go along with your helmet and the goggles as well is really nice. Keep your neck warm, keep your face warm. I have a thicker one and a thinner one. I usually pack that thicker one with me just in case we get cold or our head gets wet. Very, very nice thing to have on your head. See? Ooh, very comfortable. Very stylish. Keeps the hair under control. We didn't talk about where we put the goggles. So where I have been putting the goggle lenses is right here in this spot that really doesn't work that good. So Ski-Doo sells this goggle lens bag, goggle bag, and you stuff it in here crappily like so. And close that, and well, this doesn't close good because of the zip ties, so you gotta finagle it down there a little bit. That's better. Sets underneath there, has engine heat and clutch fan blowing across it. Supposed to help it thaw out a little bit better, but I actually don't like that. It's hard to get in there. It scratches goggle lenses if they're not inside of something. So I am going to change it up this year, and when I was at the Boise Snow Show, HPS has a new solution, which is a bag that fits right here on the shot start mount and has a little heat shield bracket there on the front. And I'm going to be putting the goggles over here on this side this year, and I'm pretty excited to get that. I should have that this week as well. And well, that is pretty much it for the gear. I do have a nice Fly, I think it is, gear bag. Yep, Fly gear bag. Boots go on this side. It has venting so it doesn't stink the bag up. Put all my gloves on this side. The onesie mono suit folds up, goes in the middle. Helmet goes on top sideways, and I can zip this whole thing up, carry it with me into the pickup, and off we go. So that's what we got today. Thanks again for watching, subscribing. No one really subscribes or watches, but I hope they do. Hope that somebody finds the information insightful, and that they have a long, prosperous snow season.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Hey dogs, tell them to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Sit. Sit. Good dogs. Good dogs. Sit. Sit, Lucy. Hey, Lucy. Lucy, sit. You smell like a skunk, honey. I'm not gonna pet you. Lucy, sit. Good big dog. Good dogs. Good dogs.
Pow pow.
What is it, Violet?
Pow pow.
It's a pow pow. All right. There is a little bit of pow pow today. Violet, take the Gatorade bottle here, or the Powerade bottle. Take that and stuff it in the fresh snow over there. Yep, stuff it down in there. Oh yeah. We got a Powerade's bottle worth of snow here at the snow park.